Let's go! Today I'm gonna show you how I created a song together with another artist.
I remember being drunk with my best friends every Friday night.
When you create future bass and EDM songs, you gotta make sure your snares are hitting hard. 1 second. Hello.
Парковка запрещена. Как он выглядит?
That's okay, we've all been there. And once we get 100,000 followers, I'm gonna dive in a swimming pool. Name from J Urban to Mr. Serum. Checklist: like, comment, subscribe. All done? Okay, all good. Hey guys, it's J Urban and welcome to my studio. Today's video is a little bit different. Today I'm gonna show you how I created a song together with another artist. I found that artist originally on Instagram and we kinda clicked together, so we decided to create a song together. And that artist that I decided to create a song together is Young Presley, and here he is. So before we started, he sent me a quick demo that I really liked, so we decided to work with that one. It sounded totally different, so we decided to create something from zero. So all we had in the beginning was just pretty much a rough a cappella, and that's all I had to work with. And that's totally normal. Most pop artists work like that, indie artists work like that, that's normal. And that artist, Young Presley, he knows that I work mostly with pop and EDM artists, so we decided to create something in pop genre. So long story short, we created a song in the style of Marshmello and Chainsmokers. I wouldn't call it exactly EDM song, it's more like a pop, indie pop and EDM all mixed together. It sounds really cool in the chorus, and it goes really slowly, like a build up to the chorus part in the verse parts and bridge. And before we go, make sure you go stream that song. It's out on all the platforms. I would really appreciate that if you do that. Make sure you add it to your playlist and go rock that song. So yeah, in today's video I'm gonna show you how we created a song from zero pretty much, how we came up with chords, all the structuring, all the song, how we work back and forth with the artist. It's really cool, and I think it's really unique to the other videos that I've posted before. This one is created in collaboration with another artist, so I think that's pretty interesting to see. So let's go and see the battlefield. I mean the project. Okay, let's go. So as usual, before we start, let's go ahead and show the project and listen to the song.
Saturday at 8 a.m. You know that I'm drunk again, I hate this. I try to call all my friends, none of them are answering, I hate this. Nobody picks me up when I'm down. Nobody prays for me when I cry out. It was hard to be alone back then, but I have no regrets, I swear this. And all the roads in this city were faces so pretty, but none of them were you. Had my heart too broken to even know this hell that I went through. I remember being drunk with my best friends every Friday night, carrying that same tune into the next weekend. Was always on that high. At first I was way up, said I'd fall and be depressed. Through it all, these days and nights, never lost sight. One day they would take me straight to. These roads, they took me straight to you. Wouldn't be the same without you.
So yeah, if you like the song, make sure you go stream it, add to your playlists and all that stuff. I really hope you like this one. That's the final product. And I want to do something different this time. Before we dive into the chords, all that kind of stuff, I'm gonna show you the really rough demo that I've created first for him before we came up with this. I think that would be really cool, because now you know how it sounds now. Let me just show you how it sounded in the very first version. So as you can tell, the chords are really different. And the whole vibe is different.
Sunday at 8 a.m. You know that I'm drunk again, I hate this. I try to call all my friends, none of them are answering, I hate this.
It's kind of cool though.
Nobody picks me up when I'm down.
Very trap.
Prays for me when I'm in the city with faces so pretty, but none of them were you.
I haven't listened listened to this version for like since I came up with this for like 3-4 months ago, and it's really really cool to go back and listen to it now. Because it sounds really really different. Sorry for all the pauses. So yeah, it sounds very different, okay? Then I came up with a different version. This one sounds a little bit more familiar, a little bit more closer to what we have now. With some extra chords that we don't need, or just mixed differently probably. So yeah, it sounds different. So let's go ahead and let's start. I came up with chords first. Let's hear the chords. And again, everything is Serum. What's wrong with me? I'm gonna change my name from J Urban to Mr. Serum. What do we have here? EQ and just murder melodies for uniqueness and that, all that stuff. You know it. And then let's hear the second. It's more like a pad kind of sound. There's a compressor here, EQ, and murder melodies. I use murder melodies for like effector, like a phaser, chorus, and that kind of stuff. Kind of like RC20 if you guys use that one. So similar, it's very similar. And then we have transitions. It's pretty simple, white noise. That's just the intro. Then you can tell it changes quite a lot. Then I decided to change it up in the verse. It's very important to change things up in verses and choruses and bridges because it adds a little bit of dynamics to the song, and that would make it much more interesting to listen to the song rather than just everything is plain, everything same chord and that kind of stuff. I'm sure you know that if you listen to other songs, other famous songs. So make sure when you work on producing a song you create something different in every part of the song that would add a little bit of dynamics to the song. Very soft, appreciated chords. Again, murder melodies, EQ, pretty simple. And one more. This is just lower and together. See, if I wouldn't have added the low one, and then there's a pad. Very subtle. It adds a little bit of high end. So that's why I decided to add it, but only in the first part of the verse. And then there is a 808 from Serum. It's pretty simple. Only EQ there, and then it goes to the bass channel. And on the bass channel we have the equalizer and I Heart New York style parallel compressor. It's very nice for basses. We just have the... You can still do it. I'm doing it, baby. That's a snare. What do I have on the snare? Just EQ and reverb. Pretty simple. But that's just the beginning.
Saturday at 8 a.m. You know that
and everything together, that's how it sounds.
I try to call all my friends, none of them are answering. I hate this. Nobody picks me up when I'm down.
Then again we introduce the chords that we introduced in the intro, so they go here again.
Picks me up when I'm down. Nobody prays.
And there's a kick in stereo, one extra snare, more like trappy, and then hi-hats. Again, not much on the hi-hats. I would say it's a pretty big project as far as I know. We have lots of tracks going on, and this is not the final project, you know. We got mastering done by a different person, so they added a bit more uniqueness to that, a bit more dynamics, and that helped a lot. Then it goes to the bridge.
And all the roads in this city with faces so pretty, but no.
Before we didn't have this guitar, and Young Presley decided to add the guitar during the whole track pretty much. You can see the guitar tracks are here. Pretty dirty guitar with the equalizer. I wanted to add stereo, but then I removed it. And all the guitars go to one guitar channel with just EQ. And I think there is a compressor somewhere.
Even though this hell that I went through,
Yeah. Yeah, let's go over it. Let's go over the bridge. We have chords, same chords, and then remove chords. We have the bass chord, future bass chord, more like flowing, and then we have Reese bass. I like using Reese basses for drops like this in the bridge parts. It adds a bit of more like a build up to the chorus. And high bass, it's very like ACD, inspired by like probably Weekend, and then main bass. And all together, all three basses. Definitely some Weekend vibes here, and then let's hear all together. Then they added the snare. You see, I added a whole bunch of snares and only one of them going up. I think that's a really cool trick by me. Then let this loop. It has flanger, phaser, EQ, and a micro shift. Wait, that's not a micro shift. That's a murder melodies again. Oh my, crazy. It added a bit of more like a flow to there. Is not just plain let's hear without. With much better. All together. See, without guitar, not as good. And yeah, again, bunch of sweeps, up, down. It's pretty simple for the effects in this one. I didn't want to add too much because we have already so much going on here. You don't want to overcomplicate your tracks. I'm sure you know that, baby. Oh yeah, very important thing. We have automation. We have Endless Smile for the drop. In that gap, I wanted to make some accent for this part. And then boom for the drop. So let's hear without the Endless Smile, just out of curiosity. Pretty bad, if you ask me, without it. As I said in my previous videos, you gotta make sure you add automation, especially for drops like this in EDM and pop songs. You should add automation as much as possible. Maybe not too much. Really cool, I like it a lot. And then yeah, we're moving to the chorus. Most interesting part, at least to me. What do we have in the chorus? What is this thing? Pretty simple, you might know this. It's just horns. From Nexus! Yay! Nexus, not Serum. Wow, look at me using different plugins. Woo! And then stomp. And then you see in a drop, I removed the first chords just to make some accent for like the drop, the boom, you know, so it sounds like this. But I removed it just to make accent for the first part of the drop bass. And then I added the extra melody plug. It really reminded me of Marshmello, so that's why the name of this video called In the Style of Marshmello. I really like this plug. Bunch of snares. When you create future bass and EDM songs, you gotta make sure your snares are hitting hard. Also, I would really appreciate that if you can go and follow me on Instagram. And follow Young Presley as well. All the links in the description. Thank you. Mwah. And then kick, same kick. And then extra hats. More hats. And make sure when you create hats like this and they're all different, make sure you pan them. So some of them go left, some go very left, some go right. And it's very important to create some kind of panning picture in your head or in your mind when you're creating songs like that, when you have so many sounds going on. Make sure you do as much panning as possible. That's very important to create a proper song. And then I added some trap snares. This one, Snare Blessing. Tom, you can hear it. It's panned. And the way I pan the toms, left, right, you see? Boom, boom. It's very important. I really like the way I panned it. Then we have white noise. We have a delay on the white noise, reverb, and then a side chain. It's very important if you want to have that drop kind of feeling. It's very important to add side chain and delay for the white noises. And any swishes. Sweeps, yeah. 2 crashes here. Pretty simple by Kashmir. And what's interesting about the song is that the original artist, he came up with some guitar chords and some guitar rhythms, and I really liked it, the way we just mixed everything together. So I think it's really cool collaboration that way. Again, make sure you pan them. You see I pan them a little bit. It's very important to pan guitars. And the very most interesting part is the vocals. Look how many vocals we have here. It's all vocals. You might think it's not enough. It's enough. Let's hear one by one.
I remember being drunk with my best friends every Friday night.
So this main track is here. We have a send channel and then a CLA vocals and then an equalizer. And then it goes from here to the parallel compression. We have a transient designer, another compressor, and OTT for the parallel compressor. And then we adjust this knob for the volume to control how much compression you need for the parallel. And then again we have delay.
I remember being drunk with my best friends.
I equalize the delay, and then there's the Eco Boy, and then there's a limiter. The way I use the limiter is to sidechain so it doesn't overlap on the vocal and only works when there's like gaps like this.
I remember being drunk with my best friends.
See, the delay doesn't really work where the vocals already are. Not as hard as when there's gaps like this. So it goes a little bit louder, the delay. I think it's a very cool trick. That's something I learned not too long ago, couple years actually. And this trick actually improved my mixing skills a lot. And we have a dub.
I remember
pretty much same thing here, and the equalizer. What's this chorus part? We have the female, and then there's the equalizer here, and then CLA vocals for treble and compressor, and then again it goes to another channels for the delay, and then reverb, another send, and I believe there's a vocoder, vocal synth, so it changed the vocals a little bit, and just EQ for the whole group of female choruses. And there is more. There is whole group of the choir vocals. Choir vocals.
I remember being drunk with my best friends. I remember.
So Young Presley, he grabbed some of his friends and they recorded a whole bunch of parts in his song. He's using his friends for his songs. Approved. So all this panned previously, not by me when they were recording, and then they go in the same choir bus. And then there's Imager. One more track for vocals.
I remember being drunk with my best friends.
There's EQ here, and I decided to add some vocoder. Let's listen it out.
I remember being drunk with my best friends.
And then with vocoder.
I remember being drunk with my best friends.
I love using this isotope vocal synth. It adds so much stuff into my songs. I think it's very important to do it. So now I use vocoder in pretty much all of my projects, to be honest, because I create so many EDM and pop songs. I think it's very essential to have this kind of stuff in your projects. And then there's low hype song.
My best friends.
And all together.
I remember being drunk with my best friends every Friday night, carrying that same tune into the next weekend. Was always on that high. At first I was way up.
See, I created this gap to make some accent on this part.
At first I was way up. Said I'd fall and be.
I cut all this. It was here. I moved it to the right, and then I just removed all this part just to make bigger drop on the second part of the chorus.
At first I was way up. Said I'd fall and beat me straight to.
Then very soft, kind of like a outro, bridge outro before the second verse goes. And I love this guitar, by the way. One second. Алло.
Алло, какой знак парковка запрещена? Как он выглядит?
С 3 до 6 нельзя, написано же. Стоянка даже... Стоять даже нельзя.
Ладно, хорошо.
Вот. Ну ладно, давай, пока.
Всё, давай, спасибо.
It's okay, we've all been there. Then again, you see there is an endless smile here for reverb.
These roads, they took me straight to you. Wouldn't be the same without you. To my
And then in the second verse, we decided to add some guitar. Just some rhythmic guitar, just to make it a little bit different. I really, really like this. Amazing. Like, I don't play guitar, and it's really... I'm always surprised when I hear guitars like this. Like, I don't know how people come up with that, to be honest. Maybe it's same when like guitar players ask producers like, how the hell you come up with all this? I mean, yeah. It's a different side of the coin, you know.
took me straight to you. Wouldn't be the same without you. To my depression to progression, and you changed my point of view. Now I'm better
there's back
because of
vocals
you. Loving grace and
in
kindness
verses.
too. Give me clarity, transparency. These roads straight to you.
For the back vocals, again, there's vocoder and some EQ.
Give me clarity, transparency. These roads straight to you.
I love it. It's really, really good. For back vocals, it works really good.
Give me clarity, transparency. These roads straight to you. I was an awful haze, yeah. Dreaded most of my days, yeah. Felt broken and noticed unable to focus, so stuck in my ways, yeah, yeah. All these
So
days
many
I would've
guitars.
taken back, brought me to you, yeah, that's a fact. Put my heart, yeah, back intact. And all the roads in this city with faces so pretty, but none of them were you.
By the way, shout out to this engineer who recorded this whole thing. They panned choir vocals really good. They actually recorded the whole thing really good. It makes me really happy when there's a talented engineer and very organized. Everything is labeled, everything's like, it's nice. It's just nice. Everything's like, volume is great, and you just focus on the creative side, focus on mixing side instead of just organizing everything, you know. It makes it so much easier. So shout out to all the good engineers out there.
Too broken to even know this hell that I went through. I remember being drunk.
So yeah, again, same thing in the bridge part, just maybe some extra guitar, you see. And the same chorus pretty much, and the outro.
Take me straight to.
It's very simple outro, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, wow. And again, there's reverb. Just to create that cool effect. So yeah, that's the whole song, and if you think that I missed something, please make sure to comment that. If you want me to break down something more, go something deeper, maybe into like mixing vocals, maybe show some how I mix basses together, I don't know, how I come up with chords, like what's the purpose of me doing this and this, please make sure you comment that. I would really appreciate that. If you think my video is very generic, please make sure you guide me into like what more do you want me to show off. I would really, really appreciate that as well. And also shout out to Christopher Tapia for mastering the song. He did a really, really good job. Okay! I really hope you guys liked this video. I really hope you learned something new from this one. And make sure you comment what do you think about this song, what do you think about this artist, what do you think about me, my process of working with an artist. I would really, really appreciate that, because you know, your feedback actually helps a lot. It motivates me, and it pushes me to make more videos like this for you guys. And of course, like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that as well. And once we get 100,000 followers, I'm gonna dive in a swimming pool without water. No, scratch that. Okay, we're not doing that. But we're doing something for sure. So let's check again. Checklist. Like, comment, subscribe. All done? Okay, all good. Oh, before I forget, go make sure you stream that song. We worked really, really hard for months to create that song. The song links are in the description. I would really, 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 really appreciate that a lot. I'm gonna follow you on Instagram to everyone who follows me. How about that? Thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope I'm gonna see you in the next one. And as usual, my name is Jay Urban. Пока. Bye.